Hello everyone. In this episode of Minor Musings, I'm going to talk about a question that I get asked all the time and that I'm sure every other writing instructor out there gets asked as well, which is whether or not you can use first-person pronouns in your writing. So that's I, me, my, we, I guess, collective pronouns as well. But the reason that students often ask this is because they've often been taught by high school instructors that they're not allowed to use first-person pronouns. And there's a reason for that, and we're going to talk about what that reason is. But there's no real hard and fast rule that says you can't use first person. So before I talk more about that, one place that this idea of a rule about this might have originated is with Strunk and White, whose Elements of Style has long been regarded as one of the most significant and influential writing style guides. And they have a rule in this book that says, place yourself in the background. As they put it, write in a way that draws the reader's attention to the sense and substance of the writing rather than to the mood and temper of the author. So one way of interpreting that is to take yourself out of it and just sort of let the argument, let the facts, let the expression, etc., speak for itself. Another way of reading this is to make sure that what's most prominent is the basis for your argument, the logic, the evidence, the data, etc., as opposed to making sure that you as an author, you as someone who has opinions is most prominent. So in terms of the rule by which I mean non-rule, I think what it's really meant to do, this idea that you can't use first person, is really meant to get people away from hedging phrases. So hedging phrases are things that weaken our positions or weaken our claims. So phrases like I think, in my opinion, I believe, etc., These reduce the arguments that we're making from reasoned and well-supported claims based on a solid interpretation of data to opinion, and they don't add anything rhetorically effective. So they reduce the seriousness of our claims without bringing us any benefit. Now, the way that you can use first person and be really effective about it, or one of the ways you can use first person and be really effective about it, is by incorporating personal experience as evidence. So if you can give us your own experience of a subject, if you can give us your own observations, personal data, things like this, to help support the case that you're making, that can be a really effective way of building your argument. So that's how I would recommend using first person, and avoid those hedging phrases. Just delete them from your writing 99% of the time that you put them in there. Thanks a lot. As always with Minor Musings, if you found this advice useful or helpful, please let me know. And if you have additional questions or things that you want to get some feedback on, get some advice about, you can either shoot me an email at phillipzapkin@gmail.com, or you can post a comment on any of my Minor Musings videos. Thanks for watching.